Hey everyone, so I thought that I would kind of throw it out there since we're kind of in a little bit of a debacle with a certain brand of lipsticks. I thought I'd give my 2 cents on the situation. My background is cosmetic manufacturing as far as packaging. So I come from paper packaging, which is considered secondary packaging, aka your unicarton. And then I now in what's considered primary packaging, which is like your lipstick tubes, it's your brushes, inside the nail polish, it's a nail polish bottle, it's your pumps it's in your setting spray. So like the thing that contains your final product and the product that you paid for, that's what I make, or that's what I sell, I should say. So because my product now gets filled with the cosmetic item, I have gone to labs and I have gone to fillers and I have gone to manufacturers or where wholesalers, I should say, and I've seen the processes that it takes to create, and not only just create, but to ensure the safety, or not the safety, but the quality checks on these items to make sure that the item stays sanitary and it stays safe for resale, I should say. And so I on Twitter I had mentioned that if she had made her lipsticks in May and she launched in May, that meant she didn't follow GMPs and ISO certification. And I jumped the gun on the ISO certification side. So ISO certification, if you're not familiar with that is, it's pretty much like an organization that goes into your manufacturing lab or plant and makes a series of checks to make sure that you're following step by step quality, their system of quality checks, I should say. So realistically, they go in and they make sure that your QMS, which stands for like your quality management systems, are up to date. So like your internal audits, your registration, if you're using registration and surveillance audits, and your self-processing audits, and it's making sure that the quality checks are 100% put in place. So like nothing's half-assed, I guess you can say. The way you can become ISO certified is that you do pay for it, and you do have to have your plant audited by the the ISO certifier, and once that's there, it's good for 3 to 4 years. I hope that makes sense. But the reason it's so important is because ISO certification guarantees that you're following not just QMS but GMPs, which stands for good manufacturing processes. Every company should be following, or every manufacturer should be following good manufacturing processes. And what that is that what happens is, even for us, as bottle manufacturers, and even as like paper packaging manufacturers, the paper packaging that I worked for was ISO certified, meaning that if the box was put on a belt and it's being printed and it's being die cut, and once it's on the gluer, what happens is that it puts it on the gluer, and it out of every 100 of 500, I can't remember exactly, cartons or units, we pull 10, or we pull a handful, or we pull one. We pull as whatever the customer even suggests that we pull, and we make sure that that item is up to quality standards. If it's not up to quality standards, we stop the production, or we pull all the boxes and we sort by hand the items to make sure that they're all good to go. If they're not good to go, we let the customer know, hey, this is how many that are good to go. This is how many that are not good to go. Would you want a refund, or do you want us to do a rerun? And if they want the rerun, we just start all over again and we remanufacture those said items. If Jacqueline did not do this, meaning that during the line of production and the line of filling, if she did not pull any of those tubes and any of those lipsticks, that means she did not follow GMPs at all. She did not check the quality. She did not check to make sure that the facility, I should say, did not check to make sure that these items were good to go. Therefore, they did a disservice and they did not follow any quality checks. There is no way she did not follow quality checks, GMPs, GMSs, ISOs, she did not follow anything. And because this is falling on her. Her saying that these items are safe to use and they're not contaminated is 100% irresponsible. And the reason that it's irresponsible, in my opinion, you guys can fight me whatever you want, is because if the item is not part of that ingredient list, it's considered contaminated. It doesn't matter if it's just a fuzzy or if it's, just a fingerprint or if it's whatever's in there. Even if it's a safe item and it's not going to harm you, the item is contaminated. It's not what the consumer paid for. Therefore, it's contaminated. I don't know how else to put that. But I kind of wanted to clear it up because a lot of people are on YouTube and talking about it and, questioning everything. If she followed GMS's, QMS's, and actually tried to do this the right way, she would not be in the situation that was in. Honestly, actually, now that I think about it, had she not responded to Veronica on Twitter the way she did, telling her she had like crusty ass lips, none of this would be happening. If she just said, hey, message me, let me fix this, then it would be fine. If she had a filler and she was just trying to pump these all out, right? Then I can understand that and she can say, oh, I fucked up. This is what happened. Kind of more or less what she said in her video. But instead of putting, not taking any blame, she should have said, stop the use of this. I'm going to replace all your items with quality items, meaning she's going to another facility that is going to follow these steps and then replace them. She should let people know, hey, it's going to take a month. Hey, it's going to take 2 months. Because these things don't take days. They can take weeks or even months. So if she's, say like hypothetically speaking, she's going to another company to formulate her items, it's not going to be a Morphe thing where it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks and then you get your new palette. This is going to take months because they have to make sure that everything's safe. FDA does not have a list of approved, ingredients, but they can warn the public, hey, this is harmful to your health. That's it. So, but what the filler has to do is, guarantee that these items are going to work and they are, somewhat safe. So in order to do that, there's testing that has to be done. Not so much animal testing, but just regular testing. Packaging testing has to be done. There's, shipping testing that has to be done. And there's overall environment testing that has to be done. That's not going to be done in 2 to 3 weeks. This is going to take months. So she should have halted her entire launch once Veronica pointed out that there was an issue, and that everybody else started pointing out that there was an issue, and said, hey, I'm fixing it. It's going to take a couple months because I can't replace your lipsticks right away. I'm going to refund everybody, and everybody who got the refund or who purchased from me previously, here's a discount code, or here's another, code, or I can guarantee you a free lipstick on your next order. Something. But the whole video just was so off-putting. Like, the video itself was so off-putting. I don't know how else to describe that. You have to actually address that you approve this, because after all is said and done, there is a lipstick, there is a tube, there is a formula, there are items out there that she put her signature on and said, these are good to go. And it's not the filler who has their name. It's not the lab that has their name on that product. It's her. And that's what makes me upset, because she's lying to everybody. She's not taking full responsibility, as she's saying in her video, and she's not trying to make it right. And it's very irresponsible for her to say that these are safe to use until, no testing has been done. No one knows if these are actually safe to use. And that's what pisses me off. And I think that's why I'm actually saying something about it, because I know what goes into it, and I know she's full of shit right now. So that's it. I'm just gonna drink my coffee because I'm done spilling tea, as Ashley Kyle would say. So hope you guys have a good Friday morning. Peace out.